So hi friends, in this video series we are discussing about the French Revolution. Last class we discussed about the reign of terror and the fall of the Jacobin government. And after Robespierre, what happened? There was a fall of Jacobin government and wealthier middle class, they seized to power in France. They also brought a new constitution and it gave voting rights to non-propertied section of the society. This government advocated two elected legislative council. They appointed a directory, but the directors often clashed with the legislative councils. So what happened? A military dictator known as Napoleon Bonaparte came into the France politics. But the ideals of freedom, equality before law, and remain inspiring ideals for the French citizens. Remain inspiring ideas for the French citizens. So after that, what happened? Women also played a very important role in the French Revolution. Most of the women, they belonging to the third estate, those who belonging to the rich section of the third estate, they were only going to the school. But the poor section, those who are belonging to poor family, they were not getting any scope for study. So what they were doing household work like cook, to fetch water, stand in queues for bread, look after the children, etc. Their wages were also lower than the men. So women in France, they were disappointed with the constitution. Then because the constitution declared the women as passive citizens, okay, so they demanded political rights, they demanded right to vote, they demanded to be elected to assembly and to hold political office. So in this way, women also continue their revolution. Women also started to write their own political clubs, form their own political clubs. They also started to write their own newspapers. So they also, among them, one of the famous political club formed by the women was the Society of Revolution and Republican Women. This was the most famous political club. And what are the law passed to improve women's lives? Different laws also passed. What are the law passed? They will get access to education. Forced marriage will be prohibited by the state, and women could be married at their will. Marriage became legal and registered by civil law. Was a contract, marriage became a contract. Divorce was made legal, and women could train for jobs, become artists, or run small business. So in this way, different laws also passed to improve the women lives. And French women, they also got the political right to vote after a long struggle. During the time of reign of terror, the government ordered the closure of women's clubs and banned their political activities. But after a long struggle, they also got the right to vote. We can take the example of a revolutionary woman. Her name was Olympe de Gouges. So 1748 to 1700. So one such woman was Olympe de Gouges. So she was a very revolutionary woman. She fought for the women freedom and women equality, and she did not like the declaration of rights of men and citizen, and in 17 she wrote a declaration of the rights of women and citizen. Okay, and she criticized the Jacobin government for forcibly closing down women's clubs. She was tried by the National Convention, which charged her with treason soon after she was executed. So in this video we learned about the directory rules in France, what happened, and role of women in revolution, and also we learn how the French women, they got the right to vote. Also we learned about the life of Olympe de Gouges, who was a revolutionary woman during the time of French Revolution. So next thing we will discuss in the next class. Thank you.